Well, if I had any doubts that I made the right decision to stay down here, there you can see the snow has started down here. So up there, I have no idea what it must be like. But a couple of my friends set out this morning and they've already texted me saying it was the wrong move. So maybe coming back down. But I'm staying down here. It started to snow at 11 AM. So this cabin was built in 1875, allegedly. Let's go and see what it's all about. Well, the timbers do look pretty old. Of course, everybody's graffiti-ized the place. And it seems to be open. Nice fireplace. Got an old plane there, like I have. Homemade tools and such like. Carolina quilts. Sure, that's a butter churn right there. Old spinning wheel. Very cool. Now the timbers look quite old, but they look well shaped, so I guess he got them from a sawmill or something, I'm not sure. But the outside looks fairly authentic. And I can tell you it's cold in here, but of course all the doors are open. And there is an upstairs, but it seems to be locked. Anyway, interesting little cabin. Whiling away the time while I wait for the snow to arrive and leave. Anyway, a quick look at Gunter's cabin, built in 1875. Oh, very cool it is too. There should be a lot of buzzards wheeling around over my head. I hope that's not a bad omen. Perhaps they know something I don't. Very cool though. I'm not sure if they're buzzards or vultures or whatever they are, but they seem to like it above me. Anyway. We'll see later. So it's 12:30 and you can't even see the mountains anymore. I'm thinking that people will be coming off the mountain today. I'm pretty glad I took a zero. At least tomorrow it would have stopped and we can just walk it. Anyway, pretty happy I took a zero. But this is going to go on for another 18 hours. It could be quite deep. 6 inches or so. Later. So here we are, it's March the 12th. And before I go any further, very happy birthday to a very special person. Julie, happy birthday to you if you watch this. And have a great day, whatever you're doing. Here we are at the Fontana Lodge. And yeah, it snowed last night, and I'm glad I wasn't up there, which is where I'm going this morning. It looks to be clearing up there, and the only thing we have to contend with now are the freezing temperatures, which apparently are going to go down to In English terms -10, and in American terms 19 or 18. So not looking forward to that, but I should be leaving here in about 20 minutes. It's 8 AM and I'm going up there. Have a good day. Later. So it's 9 AM, March 12th, and the journey continues. We are off into the Smokies. Hopefully it's a good day. Sun's out at the moment, weather's meant to change around noontime. Trying to keep out of the... Looks like I'm the first up this little piece of trail for some reason. Or I'm just not as careful as everyone else. Snow's starting to melt and it drops right down the back of your neck. Anyway, onward and upward, of course. Later. March 12th. A little bit of a winter wonderland around here. Don't think it's going to last long though. It's not that cold at the moment. The sun's just coming up over the hill, so I can see that this is going to melt pretty quick. I'm just going to leave it all damp and yucky, but it is a beautiful trail when it's like this. Later. It truly is a beautiful morning. I think I better take some video now because I know for a fact that the weather's going to change. But there's the lake out in front. It's not actually snowing, this is just the snow melting off the trees. But there's a pretty good view for you first thing in the morning. But you can see the clouds right on the edge of the storm. Here we are, the storm that's going to hit New York and everything. But it's going to leave it really cold here. Not so much snow, but very cold at night. But the trail's good walking at the moment. It should freeze tonight, I suppose. And that might make it a bit more fun, but I'm one of the few people, I guess, that's stupid enough to carry micro spikes, or clever enough, whichever way you look at it. But I've still got them with me, and I'll have them until probably another month, just in case. Anyway, it's a beautiful day for a walk. Sun's out. I'm going to be peeling off a layer here pretty quick. Now I've warmed up. And hopefully speak to you all later. Later. The trouble with a day like today is everywhere you look is a photo opportunity, so you don't actually walk anywhere. So we're walking along the edge of Fontana Lake right now. Well, I should say I am, but everywhere is a picture opportunity, of course, so I'm not going very fast. But eventually I'm going up there. If you look right through the trees, you can see the fire tower on top of the mountain. That's my first objective. It's only 4 miles away, but it's a long way up. Later. Well, here we are. It's the road, but really it's the dam, and we are going up there today. The highest point you see there, But at the moment we're walking across Fontana Dam, so it's still as all get out. It's very cold, but a little bit of road walking, I guess. I'm not sure. I think it just goes up to the end of the dam here and turns right. Hopefully I'm on the right trail. Haven't seen a white blaze for a long time, but kind of just following my nose. So yeah, this is it, Fontana Dam. Into the Smokies next. Seems like I've been trying to get into the Smokies for days, but it's only been a 24-hour zero. Anyway, it's a beautiful day out here on the Appalachian Trail. Well, here we are, we made it. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which is about an hour longer than I thought, but we're at Shuckstack, which is the fire tower. First fire tower in the Smokies. This is the old cabin, I guess, and that's the fire tower. Let's go up there and see what it's all about. Meant to be the best view in the Smokies, so I can't turn it down even though it's off trail. Back in a second. Oh, here we are up Shuckstack, and yeah, it is a pretty good view. There's the dam and the visitor centre down there that I walked across, and there's the marina right up that end. And the views just go on and on and on. I don't know, it's hard to explain really. It makes the walk all worthwhile. And it's a long way down from the fire tower. But the old man made it here. Onwards. And on my way to Molly's now, so I've got an extra hour of daylight, so hopefully I'll get there before it gets dark. Bear country, you know. Later. Not sure if you can make it out down there because I've zoomed in as much as I can, but it looks like a bear trap. So it looks like they're trying to catch a bear around here somewhere. The door's open. I'm not sure, it doesn't look baited and it looks quite old, so I don't know whether it's in operation or it's just an old bear trap. And there we are. Hopefully there's no nuisance bears around here, keeping my eyes peeled. Later. So just in case anybody tells you this is easy, it's 9 AM on the 13th. I'm in the Smokies. It was -6 in the shoulder last night, 22 degrees, and right now in the 30-mile-an-hour wind, which I'm on the leeward side, but there is 30-mile-an-hour winds out there, and it's still -6, and it's cold. Now, I don't know how far I'm going to go today. Everything is frozen solid, and the bad thing is, as far as I'm concerned, is the ridge runners just got on the radio that I was with, and they say it's going to be 9 degrees. Well, that's ridiculous. And they're calling for snow, but it doesn't feel like it. And of course I'm in the middle of the Smokies and I can't get anywhere. So I'm just going to go from shelter to shelter, see how I feel and see what the weather's like at the time. Anyway, it's interesting, and maybe I'll speak to you later. Oh my god, it's freezing cold. In this wind, it's freezing cold. Just made it to the first shelter of the day. It's only 3.3 miles on the trail. I'm just going to have a bite to eat here because I'm starving. I haven't had any breakfast yet. It's only 10:30. Going on to the next one. And I thought I'd show you what these shelters are like in the Smokies. This is Russell Field shelter, I believe. Unfortunately, someone's put tarps on because the wind is whistling cold. We come inside, dirt floor, a fireplace. Doesn't look like anyone's had a fire recently. They've left a book in there to start one if you need. You might need one tonight if people stay here. And then platform to sleep, probably 6, and then 6 on the bottom. Just a wood platform. But trust me, to get you out of the wind, they are there. You see it, a shelter in the Smokies. I'm going to eat breakfast. Well, here's my decision for the day. It's kind of disappointing, I suppose, but I'm just coming up to the 7-mile point from where I left this morning. It's been freezing cold, high winds, icy trail, and now I just see on the radar that we're slated for 6 inches of snow this afternoon. And I'm just coming up to a shelter, so I've made the decision to stop at this shelter because I don't want to do another 7 miles in the snow to the next shelter. So it's kind of a narrow for me, I guess, 7 miles, but I think it's the safe thing to do. I'm sure people will think differently, but looking at the radar, it really does look like that storm is going to drop some snow here. To be honest, if I'd known that, I'd have stayed down at the bottom, but now I'm up here at 42 or 4,300 feet. I've got to find some shelter and stick it out. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to push on to Derek's Knob, which is higher up and I'm sure more exposed. So I'm going to stick it at this shelter and kind of waste half a day. But at least I'll be resting and safe and warm. So that's my decision. I'm sure people will have something to say about it, but that's what I'm going to do later. So here we are, the fat old guys at Spence Field. Where are we?
Spence Field Shelter.
Huh? Spence Field Shelter, I believe, on the Appalachian Trail, with a whole bunch of guys from the university. Tell me where you're from again.
University of South Florida.
And they're cooking tortellini on the trail.
Our stoves.
They're all hilarious.
Gotta eat.
Don't tell us.
Gotta
They're all
eat.
good guys. They've all got a smile on their face, and we're all freaking cold. Some people have done a runner, by the looks of it, down there. The snows are coming, and we're hoping we're all going to survive. But of course we are, because we're hardy souls, and these guys have got enough food in the army.
It's true.
So I could be all right. The fat guy will be fine.
Lives another day.
So I'll get back to you in a minute and see if they actually eat this tortellini or they just talk about it.
It's gonna be a little al dente.
Later. We are on the Appalachian Trail and it went all quiet, but the guys from the university are eating. That's fine. Look at them, it's minus whatever it is out here, and they all stayed out of the shelter to eat their food. I'm proud of them. Just in case anyone from the ATC's watching. So there they are, they're all eating their tortellini, and it's unbelievable, really. And I'm going to bed, so they better be damn well quiet. Actually, we're going to play cards for lots of money. Later. So here we are, it's Tuesday the 14th. I think it snowed overnight. Being an old man, I'm going to head down the hill, I think. Only the heroes head uphill, Andre. So, probably 4 inches, I don't know. There's the bear bags. The bear bags of the university guys and mine. And that food's frozen, trust me. It's pretty cold and it's snowing as I speak. 8:30 a.m. The wind chill is going to be horrendous today, apparently, according to the weather. So, the only sensible thing to do is to go down the hill. I don't want to, but because it just means when the weather gets better, I've got another 6-mile trek back up to reach the trail. But right now, the wind chill's dangerous out here, and I don't have the gear for minus 14, 15 degrees, or 6 degrees in America. So that's what I'm gonna do, rightly or wrongly. So here we are, and I hate to admit it, but the weather's getting worse, and I'm on my way down out of the Smokies for a couple of days. It's only a couple of days I'm going to miss, but I'm not going to enjoy doing the Smokies in this weather. They're forecasting blizzard conditions. You can't see far. It's snowing pretty hard, and it's going to be 6 degrees or minus 14 tonight. And although I could probably do that okay in a shelter with my equipment, quite frankly I don't want to. I want to enjoy this trek. So I'm going to wait till the weather clears and then come back to this very spot and start over. That's all a man can do. Like it or lump it, that's what's going to happen. This is what the Appalachian Trail's looking like today. I'm going to go along it from the shelter for about a mile, but then I'm going to branch off onto the Boat Mountain Trail, which goes down to quite a long way down, like 3,000 feet down, to a campsite, which is like a cadet training campsite I found on the map. And fortunately I found some cadets, so I'm just following their footsteps, which is very lucky. Otherwise it'd be a bit of a whiteout here. So there it is. There's the Appalachian Trail. Goes on up there. And the Boat Mountain Trail goes down there, and I hate to say it, and it hurts me, but that's where I'm going, because the next 2 days up here from the weather forecast are going to be brutal, and I don't want to sit through it. So here we are, coming down the mountain. I tagged onto the back of these guys who are out for their spring break from university. They're all from Florida, and I guess they all wish that they were back on the beach. But hey, they're all in good spirits, they're all good guys, and I'm following them down the mountain. Later. I guess we're taking a break. These guys are so much fun, really, considering they come from Florida. So they're all smiling still, and they're all getting on with it.
Oh, you know it.
And they're doing a great job.
Cheers.
Not quite sure who's in charge, but they're doing a good job too. Later. Pretty nice day on the trail, but very, very cold, trust me. Shame is I'm not even on the Appalachian Trail right now. I'm following some cadets down to a camp, which is about 5.5 miles off the trail. Anyway, we spoke about that earlier. Still worth a bit of video. It's snowing, it's cold, and I don't feel bad about coming off the trail for the next 2 days. If you saw the weather forecast I saw, you'd do the same. Just as a side note, I'm on the Anthony Creek Trail going to some campsite, but it's a pretty nice trail actually. It's about 3.5 miles down from Boat Trail, which is about 1.5 miles from the Appalachians. So I'll be walking all this back up again, but you see it in a snowing condition. It's really snowing quite hard now. Pretty cool trail. Later. Unbelievably, this is where I ended up when I came off the mountain. A hotel that has actual keys, and it is called the Tallyho Inn. Tallyho. It's very cold this morning. Woke up after a very nice 12-hour sleep, and of course it's a beautiful day. It is very, very cold though. It looks like it went down to 18 or maybe even less. And now I feel kind of guilty I'm not up on the trail. But you can't win them all. I'm going to zero here again today. And then tomorrow I'm going back up there come hell or high water. It's meant to get down to 6 tonight. Well, I find that really hard to believe. But the trouble is what's going on down here, 1,800 feet. And what's going on up there at 5,000 feet are two different things. So I guess I'm in no rush, but I do feel like I'm wasting time and I'm not getting very far. Anyway, I'm gonna upload this video